In this video we're going to learn our C major scale. Very exciting, it's your first scale, so that's great news. We're going to learn the fingering for the C scale for both the right and the left hand, and we're going to learn how to use our metronome for our pressure item. Okay? And remember that when you can do the drill from the web page at the pressure item, which is usually with the metronome at the correct speed, that's the time that you know you can move on to the next drill. Okay, so you have to be able to do the drill at the right speed with no mistakes, then you're good to go and you can move on to the next drill. Okay? So this is a metronome. It's just a little dinky device that you can buy for pretty cheap. I suggest just going on eBay or your local music store and getting pretty much the cheapest one you can find, because you don't need to do anything other than just make a noise and make a click and a light that keeps time. So right now it says 100 BPM, and that just means beats per minute. So it's at 100 beats per minute. If you put it to 60 beats per minute, it's going to be a tick on every second. And so this is how fast we're going to end up playing our scale at the end. And I'll go through it with full speed with you, doing this scale, so that you know exactly what's expected of you before you can move on to the next drill. Okay, so let's get down to business. Let's learn the C scale. Let's get this covered. So first things first, a C major scale starts on a C. So we find our C. To do that, in the previous video, you can see that you find a grouping of two block notes, and immediately to the left, that's where your C is going to be. And you can start on any C. Here's another grouping of two notes. To the left, there's a C. So for my right hand, I'm going to start on this C. And here's the C major scale. Not too complex. You go up until you find another C, which is here because there's two block notes to the left. There's a C. And then you come back down. Okay? Now I'm going to go through the proper fingering. So don't even bother playing the C scale unless you're using this proper fingering. Okay? So here's the fingering. I'm going to use the finger numbers, and go to a previous video to see the finger numbers. Okay? So I start 1 on C, 2 on D, 3 on E. Bring the thumb under to F, the one finger, 1 on F, 2 on G, 3 on A, 4 on B, and 5 on C. And then coming down, we use the same fingers on the way down that we used on the way up. So we have 5 on C, 4 on B, 3 on A, 2 on G, 1 on F, 3 on E, 2 on D, and 1 on C. Okay? So that's the fingering for the right hand. For the left hand, we start with our 5. 5 on C, 4 on D, 3 on E, 2 on F, 1 on G, cross the 3 over, 3 on A, 2 on B, and 1 on C. And then we go back down, same fingers on the way down that we use on the way up. So 1 on C, 2 on B, 3 on A, 1 on G, 2 on F, 3 on E, 4 on D, and 5 on C. Okay, so now we know the scale. How do we know if we can do it with the pressure item? Well, that's easy. We take our metronome, we set it to 100 beats per minute, which is the default setting on this metronome. I put it on my piano, and I practice until I can play this scale with those clicks. So let's do it. Awesome, okay, I got the right hand. Now I got to make sure I can do the left hand. Okay, excellent. So I can do these C scales. So go out and practice your C scales, get to work, practice them until you can do it at 100 beats per minute. Get to work, guys.